Well, now, the easiest way to get into the state of meditation is to simply listen. I recited that, Alan, once, the beginning of that lecture. I never really put a bow on it. I never got to the end of it. I don't want to take up the time right now, but, you know. Uh, anyway. So, let me quote Voltaire, who said, this is pertinent, I believe, no problem can withstand the assault of sustained thinking. So, your right hand, as far as you're concerned, we'd be halfway through the library right now if you just played traditional, because you great, and you heard what Buddy said in that article, because I don't get this match thing. Now, I don't agree with that, because I've heard of amazing drummers use this technique playing match. I watched Vinny sit in on a little bit of a, I forget his name. It'll come to me. It doesn't matter, but he was sitting in at a Carlos Vega memorial, and Sutton, and so this drummer set his cymbals up completely flat, nothing like Vinny's typical setup, with the snare drum totally flat. And Vinny, instead of going and adjusting the snare drum and putting in traditional, just played matched. Carlos Vega, all those recordings, he's in matched. He went to traditional at the end, and had a little bit of trouble figuring it out, as reported to me by Richard Wilson. Right? You have this gift that everyone is pining after of the traditional grip, but you're determined to get it in matched, with the belief that your right hand is really, it's got it going on. But before we started recording, you were playing. Go ahead and make some taps in your right. I'll figure out how to approach this as we go. Well, that's not what that's okay, and you know, you can get a lot of stuff out using it, an assortment of techniques, in combination or just one of each, or one particular technique. This is not a religion, but that's not what I'd want. That's not what I would want to teach your right hand to do. Now make some taps in your left. Let's see. It's just for fun. Okay, well now you're going for a rebound, which is okay as well. But you're right. Just went tap tap tap. But I wouldn't approach. I'm not going to approach you getting this technique with what you're doing in either hand. And now this Chad Wackerman exercise, pardon me, is marvelous, because it really, I'm quite sure that it was Murray Spivak that hit Chad. I have to ask Chad. You know what? I've featured Chad at my drum hangs. Maybe twice? Definitely once. Anyway, sure that it was Murray Spivak that hipped Chad to that exercise that he demonstrates, because he's teaching the Spivak. He's got a course, and he's teaching Spivak technique, right? And you've been successful with it, but it hasn't really locked. It hasn't clicked entirely, and it doesn't necessarily right away. But as far as I'm concerned, there's something that's happening with regards to this technique, and it's in a very simple form presented via that Chad Wackerman exercise. Now, it's confusing because Dick Wilson was all about up to come down. Now, Jack Verga would talk about how it's harder to come up, right? That it's all about, he really is into the idea of gravity, which always confused me because, well, what if you're playing on a timbali sideways? Now you don't have gravity. So what is a wrist turn? It's confusing, right? But Jack's onto something, right? It's what Chad Wackerman is hipping us to. It's this idea, instead of up to come down, maybe you'd call it down to come up. Now that doesn't mean we're always going to be at the drums like this, but that concept will give you the feeling. And it doesn't mean that when we're done feeling down to come up, that we won't return to this position which we call the floor. So that's just a little bit, I get it, that can be confusing. I get it. But if you just be relaxed about this. Try to have fun with what we're doing here. Music is interesting. It's deadly serious, and yet it's supposed to be fun. So there's that interesting juxtaposition, seemingly a contradiction. Okay. See, so what you did in your right is you went like this. You did that. But it looks okay right now. And your left, you were a little unstable. You weren't quite sure. You were really thinking about your grip. This thing with the grip is like so big to you, and which is okay. And then you tried to maybe get it to rebound, and you wanted to feel that because we've been working on that. So instead of doing what you did in your right, don't play for a second. What you did in your right, you didn't duplicate in your left. But this isn't what I'd want. This isn't what I would suggest you do. What I'm doing right now isn't. It's what you did in your right. It's not what I would suggest. If you want to get this, you want to get it more quickly. It's what Chad is hitting us to. It's that. See? It's that. Could I do? I guess I could do it with a death grip, but then it'll be. You can even get it to bounce this way, but it's not very refined. This is more refined. It's harder, so we get that. But you're so focused on the grip that you're not getting the motion. The motion is that, not this. This. I don't know. This is a much hipper way to play. That's it. That's the feeling. That's really, even when I go to throw, this feeling I get doing this, make a little throw, and then I could let it come up, or I stop down. I understand what this gives me so well that if I go to make a throw, yeah. So I have a little bit of a delay. I'm going to make a throw. More like that. So, pardon me. So, there is something that seems to happen in the wrist when you do this down to come up thing. This Jack or Chad approach. those are the origins of it, I believe. So, going back to Murray, you must have showed that to Chad. I'm not sure Jack was familiar with that Chad Wackerman exercise when he talked to me about it years ago. So, it feels as though there's a particular balance, or I don't want to use the word incorrectly, but there's some kind of equilibrium that happens, so that the going in this direction has the same amount of force as going in this direction. So the wrist has full responsibility going in both directions. Now, I tried to think of an analogy. I was thinking, well, you have the hinges on a door, right? But that doesn't work, because you can take that door and slam it really hard in one direction and then pull it out gently and slam it, and the fulcrums remain, the hinges remain aligned. The human being, this is like the hinge on a door, the wrist fulcrum, but the human being, the hinges on a door are typically attached to a structure, like to a house. And that house ain't gonna move. So the house becomes not part of the equation. With our bodies, if we slam the door, it affects the house. It affects the arm. The arm gets involved. Now the arm pops up, or whatever happens. The arm starts to leverage, and then going in this direction, that will have an effect on the arm or the house as well. Maybe it would be more akin to, the lumberjacks with the big saw. Sorry, I'm trying to come up with analogies that make sense. But where each one takes one end of that saw, right? And they have to, in tandem or in unison, working with one another. There has got to be a push and a pull, or maybe I've never used a saw like that. Maybe the guy on the side that isn't pulling isn't pushing, but it's just giving the guy who's pulling freedom, and then it works in the opposite direction. The guy who's pulling now allows the other person to pull. But the person that's not pulling is still holding, so they're working together. You see? This is what it reminds me of. Not this motion, but the idea that there has to be this equilibrium. It can't go like this. There's got to be this thing that happens. And the wrist suddenly goes, oh, I know what to do. Becomes kind of obvious. And things can change pretty quickly if you get this. So that's where this Chad Wackerman thing comes in. And that's where the idea of, so I'll try to explain it in this way. Because I've got to think about this stuff. So with the Chad Wackerman, remember you called me up. We got together on FaceTime that night. You had it during the day, and you lost it. Call me up, and then you had it again. Okay. But you don't quite know why. And I get that. So if we turn towards the surface, thusly, and we just let it bounce, the entirety of the thing isn't about the grip. Did it rebound? Buddy Rich, I read you the article. He says, I use my wrist, and I just don't hold the stick. I don't use fingers. He says, I use my wrist, and I allow the stick to breathe so that it has freedom to rebound if I want it to. He puts it that way. That don't have to make the grip the entirety of the technique. What's just as important, maybe for you right now, more important, is the force involved. I'm not going that's up to come down, perhaps. They're just words. I want to feel these muscles only pull, but there are these muscles back here. And is it gravity? Or am I turning? If I'm going to use gravity, it has a certain thing. If I'm on the side of the drum, that ain't going to work because there's no gravity. But so if I'm going to turn, it's this very gentle turn, Steve. I think that's what you're hearing in the players that you love so much that are using this approach to technique. Is you get this big sound, and it's as if you're not trying very hard. You just turn. But that's not all. Now you've got to lift the stick back up. Now the timing of lifting it back up, not if we bounce it for multiple rebounds. We're not involved in the timing of lifting it back up, therefore controlling the number of rebounds. But if we're going to let it rebound multiple times, there will be a certain muscular activity that happens so that what I get here is what I get here. The speed of this is the speed of that. They seem to match. They're matching each other. See, I'm going down with the same force that I'm coming up. And I get this particular feeling. It's kind of like a Geico. There's friction. And I can just feel that stick just moving just right. The motion will inform your grip. I think it might be a mistake to I'm going to get this grip, and then if you don't do what I'm showing you, that's not it. This isn't it. And, oh, here, 3-finger grip. Perfect grip. It's not it. I don't think. It's not as cool as this. Now I have to be very careful about not giving it too much force on the way down, because I need to feel just as much force lifting it up, and then I start to get this thing happen. But you won't feel it unless you get the wrist turn timing. So it's about the timing of this wrist turn. And that's what the chat exercise does. Because once we request 4, so it's not just about the rebound, it's about this feeling, the timing, the force being used to get that stick to move in one direction or the other, I think. So if we want 1, 2, 3, 4, lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, lift. I get a similar lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, lift. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it almost feels like going in this direction has the same quality, because it bumps into the palm in a different way pretty quickly. But going in this direction has the same kind of feeling of friction as going in. It's rebounded. It's going in this direction. They feel the shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, lift. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you don't want to give it too much on the way down, because you're going to give it about that much on the way up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it'll have the same force. Feels very similar, so that the wrist feels perfectly balanced. The wrist becomes an actual fulcrum. I don't feel that doing this. It's a lot of force down, and it coming up is kind of easy relative to the much. See, the wrist isn't feeling that hinge-like kind of quality that I've described as being like the hinges on a door, or the lumberjack, where it's got to go this way and this way. It's got to go this way and this way. It doesn't go really hard in one way, and then the other guy has to do all the work pulling it. The one guy pulls really hard, and the other guy, he can't get it to come back unless this guy pulls just as hard. It's a team effort. So it's as if the muscles that can only pull, the muscles on top pull this way, muscles underneath just in front of the elbow pull that way, and it's a team effort. And once you get the balance of the muscles pulling, the wrist becomes just inert, like a fulcrum. Or not like a fulcrum, as a fulcrum. Okay? So yeah, we get 1, 2, 3, and lift right away. Lift. Now the thing that happens see, if you don't lift right away, how would I describe it? It's come to a stop, and now you're not going to get that same friction that you're getting up here, because it's moving here. You feel some friction right in here. You come down. If you wait, you lose the friction. You got to keep it going, like the lumberjack. So you got to immediately lift, and you'll feel just a little friction going. So you're in this position, bend forward a little. Go ahead and do that with me. You know how when you get to the floor, so you're just at you're at the floor now. You touch, and you bend a little bit, and the hand just opens a tiny bit. Just go ahead and touch, and let your hand hand open a little, right? It just opens a little, right? So it's away from the palm, right? Is it? Yeah. So as you go in this direction, you're going to have a certain tactile experience in the 3-finger area, and you're going to feel it you feel the little friction. Lift it up. There. Yeah, like that. Feel the friction? It's tiny. Now you won't feel that if you come to a stop and then try to lift it up. It'll just be on your palm, and you won't feel any friction. So let's just start with 1, 2, 3, and multiple rebounds. Gorgeous. Leave it on the surface. Leave it on the surface so that when you lift it back up, and try to lift it up with the same force, it was really easy down, right? You just just gave it a little juice, hardly anything. And now, it might feel, because it's so counterintuitive, because we always want to play the drum. I don't want to play the drum. It's counterintuitive to feel the force lifting up. So you're going to have a little friction as you go to lift, because it's laying on the drum and it's away from the palm, and you're going to lift. Now you've got to lift. You can lift that much. You could, but let's lift it up. Come on, lift it up. See, that's what you don't want to do. You feel the muscles going this way. No problem at all. I ask you to lift it up, and you can't. Lift it up. There. You feel that? Feel that force? Wasn't much, but you had to lift it, didn't you? Yeah. Now you're not going to give it too much this way. And now you're going to lift it up. It might feel a little harder lifting it up, but it should be about the same amount of force. Come on, lift it up. Right? And then you do that. Don't give it much force. Real easy, because you're going to have to meet that force going in the other direction. Lift it up. Yeah, so if we did 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, oh, I didn't get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, lift. Lift. You didn't lift right away, so you're not quite feeling what I want you to feel. And you'll have this technique. This is kind of it, I swear to God. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you have to lift it right away. It's as if you're capturing it. So you're down here, right? And the stick is going 1, bouncing all by itself. 2, just watch. 3, 4, it's away from the palm, and right when it hits, you have to capture it right now and lift it up. Right after the 4th bounce. And you ought to lift it right back up, or you're not feeling both sides of the force. So you got to decide how much, No, you didn't lift it up, see? You don't have balance in your force. No, you're not high enough. Decide. Is that how high you want to come? It's right up to whatever that insignia is on your shirt. Just underneath it. Just underneath. Go a little higher. Right to that insignia. Right there. So you're going to go down real gentle and give it a good lift. No, you got to give it a good lift at the same speed that you went down. And lift. You see, you lift it back up. This is what you're missing. It's not your grip. How can you have a grip if you're not doing this? Maybe. Yeah, you're not lifting it back up. And lift! You got one. Now, come on, keep it up now. Lift! That's what no one wants to feel. It's not a free stroke. We're not using rebound. Because I can do it with no drum. I can do this. Lift. 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 Right when it gets to the bottom, I lift. Here, it's up to the fourth note. 1, 2, 3, 4, lift. Lift. Keep now nice and gentle on the way down. That's the secret. You've really, for those guys that have always been about going down, you don't want to make the up more forceful than the down, but typically you really have to think up to get it. Up. You got it. Gentle down and lift. Now give me 3. Lift. You didn't lift soon enough and you didn't lift high enough. So you don't starting to get that equilibrium. Now the wrist is going to stay nice and fulcrumy. And lift. Don't be too heavy-handed. You got it, Steve. And lift. See? It'll tell you. And now there's a little friction right in here as you lift up, and there'll be a little friction right here as you go down. Let's see. Even though it's on the palm. Yeah, I still feel a little friction when I go like this. And then I feel a little friction going in the other way. Come on, you gotta keep it up here. This is where you don't want to be wimpy. It's kind of wimpy. You think you're being macho, you're really wimpy. Where's this? Why can't you lift this puny stick up? Why you can't lift? You're not strong enough to lift up the stick, kind of thing. And lift. A little higher. Don't sink down. You got it. Now that's 3. Beautiful. I'm delighted. Now 2. And it feels like I'm just capturing it. It's just laying in here. And it bounces once, and then it bounces twice, and right away, before it can bounce again, I almost like capture how it would bounce if I were going to let it. But I don't let it. But the timing is the same. It's kind of there. That's 3. And you have to 2, but you have to lift it. Lift. There. It's a real quick lift, man. It's faster than you think. Don't go too hard. You have to be so gentle and then really lift with some it takes some. Once you start to get it, it feels just both ways. But to get it, it's really focusing on the lift. The lift. The lift.
When I lift, it causes tension here in the wrist.
Okay, now this is a problem. Lifting is causing. Oh, okay. It's causing tension where?
Over
here. In here.
Here, yeah.
Okay, so if you to put the stick down. No, sorry. That's some kind of equivocation. By down, I mean put it on the surface. Put the stick down, and you bend forward a little. Why are you lifting? You're just here at the floor. Show me the floor. Show me the floor. You have to hold it up above the surface. See, it takes some muscular strength.
There's just tension right here.
There's tension just holding it here? Holding the stick?
Yeah.
So there's tension holding the stick?
Oh, tension right here. Oh, yes, holding the stick.
Let's see. Huh, that's fascinating. I can take a 2-pound weight and hold it here, and I don't feel tension. I feel tension in the muscles that have to lift it. Why would there be tension here? Do you have a glass of water there? Yes?
No.
I mean, do you feel, when you're at the dinner table and you do this, when you're at the dinner table,
If I grip, I don't think we talked about that.
clever. Come on, give me a laugh. That's funny as hell.
Yeah.
So when you're at the dinner table and you go to pick up water, do you feel tension here?
No,
Well, just turn that over. I'll fill my water. Turn it. No, what are you doing? What are you doing? Just hold it. Now turn it over as though you're going to play. Now, do you feel tension?
no, I'm not squeezing.
You're what?
I'm not squeezing it. I'm just holding it.
But that's how it feels when you hold a drumstick. And the shoe is a lot heavier than a drumstick. Yeah, well, what are you doing? What do you mean you're squeezing it? Okay, so we're learning, because I don't want you to feel any pain. Why are you squeezing something? What are you squeezing? Where are you squeezing?
Okay, because I'm going down like this to get the grip, and it puts tension here when I do that.
Well, then you're doing it wrong. You just held your shoe perfectly, just like you would hold a drumstick. You held it like this, and then you turned it over. That's what to hold the drumstick straight up in the air, sideways, like a shoe, like the shoe. Oh, okay. Get your shoe out again. We've created a new technique.
There's more width.
Okay, so now you just hold it like that. That's it. If the shoe slowly got smaller and smaller,
You got more width here, but when I go down to squeeze the stick, which is smaller,
no, it feels just like that. No, it feels just like that. Essentially. Here, watch. I'll get to the bottom of this. Okay, here we have a Gatorade bottle. And I'm going to hold it like I don't have a shoe handy. I'd have to go ahead and get it. Same kind of thing, right? Here's the Gatorade bottle. There's no tension. Turn it this way. Anything, holding it like this, it does feel a little different. But there's no tension. There's no tension here. And if I have what is if I have a pen, it's the same thing. Well, to me, this feels like this. It's just smaller. But we got to figure this out, because I don't want you to be feeling tension. You don't go poking your elbow out. You didn't do that with your shoe. You're just like, wait, okay, I gotta get it. I gotta get this. It's just like holding a glass of water, Steve. It's just putting your hand around it, something round.
okay. Again, I'm here in the groove.
Were you thinking about that when you held your shoe?
No.
Okay, well then hold it. Pretend you're holding a shoe. Just hold it. No, just like your shoe. Just hold it. No, here. Just here. We just want to, hold it like your shoe. You took your shoe as though it was my Gatorade bottle, and you went like this, and you held it up like this. And your hand was like wrapped around it, right? Yeah. And then the Gatorade bottle would be about like that, and then a pen would be like this, just a little smaller. You have to just hold it. Do you feel tension now? What would be squeezing right now? Why is there squeezing? Look, I'll keep. This is cool. And by the way, you just played really well, man. You see, but this is what happens. I get you to actually do it, and then you tell me, but it hurts. So we need to figure this out. because you're never going to get it if you're hurting. You can't be hurting. There's no hurting in this technique. That's part of what's so cool about this technique. It's not this. It's not coming away with calluses. You don't get any blisters. It's perfect. If there's pain, it means there's something wrong. Either with you physically, and I don't believe there is, but I'm not a doctor. I'm not not a physician. Okay? So, let's think about it. I agree that you might want to consider what happens in the thumb and first finger. Just hold the stick up with just your first finger and thumb. Are you feeling any tension?
No.
Okay. Would you say you're squeezing? Can the stick?
I'll say I'm more holding it.
Can the stick be moved in and out? All right. Now, do you want to call that a squeeze? Because we could. I can imagine. Yeah. If you're not creating some force from the thumb to the first finger, with the stick in between, then it's going to fall out. So there has to be some level of I can imagine calling that maybe a squeeze. Squeeze and release in this technique is something totally different. It's the fingers that are coming to the palm, not the thumb and first finger. But they're constantly holding. Do you want to call that a squeeze? Take your other fingers off, man. Let's break this down. You know? Okay, are they right across from each other? Kind of? Yeah. Okay. Is there tension?
Right now, no, there's not.
Good. Okay. Now bring the stick down into the position over the surface and take the first finger and thumb off. Are you squeezing?
No, it's just resting in the crook of my.
Yeah. What would happen if you squeeze? Show me. Don't put your thumb and first finger on right now. This is an intellectual exploration. Okay, come on. Why your thumb and first finger on? Take them off. What's your baby finger doing? You can just be normal, man. You weren't holding your shoe with your baby finger stick. You just went, no, this doesn't hurt. I'm holding my shoe. Okay, so now what would happen if you squeezed? Show me. No, not with the first finger and thumb. They never squeeze in this technique. It's the fingers underneath that squeeze. And not like you think, but it's a thought experiment. No, take your first finger and thumb off. Now squeeze.
Go up into my palm, you mean?
You did it. Yeah, it goes up like that, doesn't it? If you squeeze, it goes like that. Now you're squeezed. No, come on, squeeze. Do you feel tension now? Just squeeze and hold it there. What are you doing? I just wanted to show you something. Hold it here. Do you feel tension?
Not really in here. Pull it up into the palm, that's all.
Steve, so you didn't feel tension with the first finger and thumb only, even though you were calling it a squeeze. And then we took the first finger and thumb off and it just lays in the hand. And you're not squeezing, and we're not doing that. But just to show you, if you did squeeze, it still doesn't hurt. But we're not squeezing with the back fingers, right? Middle finger, ring finger, and baby finger. No squeezing. And the only squeeze I would consider maybe legitimately could be called a squeeze, I guess, would just be holding the stick like this. So there's no tension. Because this doesn't create tension. And letting it lay in your hand. So if you just put your thumb and first finger on, do you feel any tension right now?
No, it's the brother sticks in the side of my palm.
Yeah, it's on your palm. What is with this palm thing? You're creating tension because you have some idea that's connected somehow. Yeah, of course it's on the palm. And when you're holding a Gatorade bottle, probably on the palm. When you held your shoe, I don't know, maybe the bottom, you had it cupped in a way so that the shoe wasn't on your palm, or it doesn't matter. That's it. There's no tension. Now you said There's no tension there. And you were up in this position here. Go and put it back here. Take your other fingers off. We're gonna go at this psychologically. And there's no tension. Now you're in this position, right? No feeling tension. Correct? Correct. Now, just touch the stick with the back fingers. Do you feel any tension?
No.
You're going to want to talk about the palm, aren't you? It's okay. It doesn't matter if it's on. Really, right now, it's not on the palm for me. Go ahead and just hold it with your first finger and thumb. Nice and easy. Is it on the palm?
Just kind of resting there.
Well, okay, that's okay. I guess you squeeze with the tip of your first finger, huh? You pull the tip of your first finger into the palm? Is that what you're doing? Can you just get the stick to balance without it on your palm? Just for fun right now. Yeah, it's just off my palm. See, it's off my palm. Yeah, you're just holding it here, just with the first finger and thumb. Just balance, right? You don't hardly need to be tight. Really, slip down. There, right? And so it's not on the palm, but while your other finger's on, I did ask you to do that. Right, there's no tension, is there? On the palm or off the palm. Now, if you just put your fingers on the stick and still don't pull it to the palm, just touch them to the stick. You can touch all of them, I don't care. Do you feel any tension?
No.
Okay, good.
A little shaky here. I don't know why, but
What's that?
a little shaking here. I'm not sure why.
A little bit of shaking. Well, I get it. That can happen. But looks pretty good to me, man. But is there tension? You see, you're very clever. Okay, we're talking about tension, not shaking, because wasn't your concern earlier. There was no shaking before. You said, but it hurts.
Yeah, I did.
Is it hurting now?
No, it's not at the moment.
Because you're holding it correctly and normally. Well, this is the position you said, when I turn up, it hurts. Well, it's not hurting. Now turn down. Why'd your elbow pop out? You just turn your wrist. But he says he uses his wrist, not his arm. Yeah. But why'd you take your baby finger? Now it is on the palm, isn't it?
Right now, no.
It isn't?
No.
Well, it's on the surface. But lift it up off the surface. Is it on the palm?
No, it's not shaking.
Is it on the palm?
It is right now, yes.
Yeah, exactly. And now you're just going to turn up. And you can keep it on the palm or just relax. Mine's just a little off the palm, like you did it a minute ago. And all the fingers are on, there's no tension. So, there's no tension, Steve. You just proved it. I don't know where the tension, and all we're doing, we're holding it a little lower, right up to that insignia on your shirt. No, we're right here. Too high, just under there should be no tension. It's the same as the first finger and thumb, or just resting in your hand, or all of it, like holding the shoe. I don't care. Yeah, just nothing. And you turn, and it'll bounce. Is there any tension?
No, I release it and I hit the head.
Okay, is there tension? Yeah, is there tension? There's no tension. It's just hanging here. And you're noticing that the button's away from the palm. Good. Now lift it back up. It'll come to the palm. Maybe by the time I get up to here, there's that friction. It swivels away just a little. But there's no tension. And whether it's on the palm or not on the palm, no tension. Good. And you're going to do it again. You slammed a little hard, but not bad. No tension. Lift it back up. Like you're holding a shoe. No tension. Now we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, lift. And lift. Is there any tension?
No.
Yeah, because you're not doing anything. Literally. If the hand does a little opening down here, it's totally tension-free because the hand, you know it does this. without doing anything. Your body will work that way, right? Correct? And so you don't have to do anything. Just like Buddy said, he just gives the stick enough freedom, breathing room to rebound in his hand.
You know what I think, I was telling you something where I think maybe I'm getting some causing attention, is the middle finger here. When I go to try to make sure it stays in the groove, and it pulls this way,
That's
that's what I think I'm feeling.
yes. You're now a fellow physician. You're actually diagnosing yourself. That was great what you just did. You figured out you don't need to do that. Stop trying to prove to yourself. This grip, I told you, if you turn correctly, like I'm showing you today, I've showed it to you before, but now I'm adding new thoughts connected to it. If you do what I'm telling you to do, it'll happen naturally. So you don't have to make a big deal. You know, sometimes Buddy Rich, the stick would creep up into the second knuckle of the first finger. You could see that sometimes. And then probably the stick might have even crept up. Okay? That's a mistake. It's got to be, I told you, you've got an exaggerated concern with regards to your grip. You'll hold it like a shoe, right here, and you turn. That's it. But fine. And then you lift it up, and you just go 1, 2, 3, 4, lift. Now the lifting is it's good. When you drop your stick, that's a good sign. That means you weren't fiddling around. It just fell out. And you lift. There. Any tension? No? Okay, now, just hold it like a shoe. Don't make this big. You need to work on lifting the stick up, not about your grip. Forget your grip for a minute. Believe in your grip and forget about it. It's fine. You have enough knowledge now. You don't hold it like a death grip. You're just holding it relaxed, like Buddy said. It's the wrist we're worried about. So we're up here. It's the wrist, not the grip. Just don't hold it too tight. Don't drop it. Just hold it normally, like your shoe. Come on, up to your insignia. Lift it up to here. Relaxo. There's no tension. There's no tension here. There's no tension here. It's on the palm right now for me. And you're just going to turn and lift. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, lift. Lift. And lift. You don't have to throw your hand open. You just have to, and lift. Good. Now give me 3. 1, 2, 3, lift. What happened? What's going on?
You want to try to keep controlling the stick on the balance. I think it's kind of another bad habit. We're trying to follow the stick. My hand wants to follow it. I don't know how to explain it.
Just be relaxed about it. It's just one turn. Just to play multiple rebounds. Just play multiple rebounds and just do that. You have to let it. Multiple rebounds means it just lays it on the surface, like you're a rag doll. Rag doll. You don't have to throw your baby finger up. You just hold the stick and you turn your wrist like a rag doll. Oh, that's good. You're dropping your stick. That's a really good sign, by the way, Steve. Good. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. No, just turn it and let it hang there. Just leave it there. There's nothing to hold on to. It's not going to fall out. Your fingers won't open up that much. You bent more, maybe. You open up your finger. You know, that's it. The fingers open up just. They'll teach you. Just turn them. Yeah, that's it. No, you don't relax and experience just hanging here. There. You don't have to go sideways. You just go straight down, gently. There.
No. When I let it bounce, I'm taking my fingers off the stick a little bit. That's all right.
Yeah. Okay. I'm. Well, maybe you're holding it a little too tight in here. You don't need, just hold it normally. Turn. See what happens. See, mine's flat. You want to get something to happen. You're determined. I'm either going to play hard, I'm gonna twist, I'm going to make sure it's in here. Just hold the standard there. That's it. Don't overanalyze. You're in a period right now where you're ruining your own speed of development by, by turning everything into what is what did they used to say? I'll come up with it in a minute. Okay. Okay. So now we're going to go. Now. So it's just this. That's it. Why isn't your arm by your side? Why did? Yeah. See, you lost some of your. There it is. It's really good. Now that's a good one. You want to keep doing it over and over to figure out what's happening? Buddy Rich didn't care. He said, "Did I get a bunch of rebounds? Is the stick nice and relaxed in my hand? I don't feel any tension." Yeah, that's feel. So you're going to feel that. Only you're going to lift it up after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lift. Lift. Got a good one, man. 3. 1, 2, 3. Lift. 1, 2, 3. Lift. Lift. Be gentle on the way down, so that you feel the force on the way up. Start higher. Didn't lift it soon enough, but good one. Lift. Okay, now 2. 1, 2, lift. Dude, you got it. Okay, now what's happening is you're successful today, Steve. What's happening is, and this happens to all of us, you get a couple good ones, and then you start to overthink it, right? So, you know what you do at that point? You go back to the essence of it, where you allow it to rebound multiple times, like this, to remind yourself of what that feels like. Because by the time you get to 2, you get a good 2, you get a good one, and then you get another good one, and then you start to, and you have to go, wait a minute, I thought it was just this. So give me multiple rebounds. This is what it takes to get this, Steve. And try to jump in, with some buoyancy, and this is because you're getting it. You've been successful. I guess you don't believe me. You're not gonna get it if you don't believe when I tell you you just got it. It's not enough for you because there's not much to feel. But you'll see. So go ahead. Multiple rebounds in your left. Starting to get dark there, huh? There, see how relaxed you are? Like holding a shoe. Okay, give me the light. Okay. Let the sun shine. Okay. Okay, lift it up. Up to your insignia. This is nice and relaxed, huh? Holding a shoe. Oh, no, wait. What? I thought you were just going to let it dribble on the surface. You keep missing that part. There. Why'd you throw your fingers open? You don't need to.
I think that's the point, is when I let it bounce, I guess I can't. I don't seem to get my mind to not do with the middle finger, just let the finger ride on the stick when it bounces. I want to pull it away, I think.
Well, what happens is you don't need it to really ride on the stick right now. All you need to do is have it open up, and then the stick can rock like a teeter-totter over. It doesn't need to ride. It just needs to stay where it is, just a little more open. There. No, but you never let it just rock. Feel it stop. Feel it rock over the fulcrum. Where you're not. You think that maybe it is moving a little bit. Really, the gig is the finger isn't moving. We're not using our fingers. More so, the finger is just opened up a little bit so that the stick can just rock over it. So you're trying to ride the stick. Don't ride the stick. Just allow the middle finger to open just at the bottom. And stop and feel the stick See, I'm not riding the stick. Do this with me. Make a little holder, now in your middle finger. Well, you can go palm down a little. Go palm down. Yeah, it's just laying in the middle finger, right? Take your finger and thumb off. Okay, now lift the stick up. Just don't stay with me, dude. No, I'm down here. There. Now lift the stick up with your other hand and drop it. Good. Did the middle finger ride the stick?
No, it stayed with the stick, I think.
No, the stick is it's under the stick, making a little candy cane, and the stick is rocking. There, see, you don't do anything. You don't have to ride the stick or anything. You leave your hand alone, that little bit of opening at the bottom will free it up from the palm, and it just rolls over the, there. That's what you're not getting. That's it. It's not enough for you. It's not enough for a lot of people. That's why it takes people so long to get this. That's what it's doing. You got it. And look, you're not shaking. It just rocks over. It's not riding the stick. There. Here, now you turn up from here. And when you get to the floor, the hand is just the whole hand will feel it, and it comes like that. Now, if you want for it, it'll do the same thing. After you're finished, without riding the stick, but just feeling it bounce, you lift it up. And you lift it up. That's what Buddy Rich is talking about. You see? There. You got it. 3. Don't ride it. Just feel it rocking. 2. And you have to lift it up. Just let it rock over the fulcrum. And lift it up. Come on. You're wimpy again. You're a big guy. Come on, man. You can probably bench press more than me. There. Yeah, that's all it is. It just does that little opening. The stick rocks over it, like you proved, without it riding. And you don't have to do anything with your baby finger. It'll all work. It really will. And you lift it up right away, though. So lifting, you see, that's what you're missing. You didn't lift it up quite soon enough. You got to capture it and lift it up sooner. Now 1. Now 1. Now you're not going to feel. You're not going to really feel. Now it's not rocking over the fulcrum in the same way. You're just capturing the feeling of this timing. So you have to go down real light, and lift it up, so that you feel as much force lifting as you do coming down. Yeah, you don't do anything, but you turn. You got it. Got it. Lift. Come on, you have to lift. 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 Come on, don't go down hard. Go down lighter and lift more strength. Come on, you're not lifting. Quicker. No, don't play faster. Lift faster, but go down gentle. You got it. You got it. You got it. That's what it, see how easy that is? You got it. That's what I'm doing. Steve. Okay, so what we did today, just don't play for a second so far, and we'll go a little further into this in a minute. But what we did was we just did, I don't, maybe there's some demystification, but we deconstructed this idea of that you're getting tension, because you realize by deconstructing it that way, you realized on your own, like a medical doctor, you said, oh, I see, you felt it with no tension, and then you went, when I go to play, I try to do something with my middle finger. Then you went even further and you said, I try to get the middle finger to ride with the stick while it's bouncing. And that's when you had your breakthrough. Because I explained to you, you don't think of it that way. That would be fingers. Just let the stick rock over the fulcrum. You don't want to be tight. Whether the stick moves the fingers a little bit, that's not what's happening. What you're feeling is what you got when you held the stick like your shoe. That was a good one too. And then you lift, just with the middle finger kind of thing. And you lifted it up and you went. It's not My middle finger isn't riding the, you realize, it's not riding the stick. It's a little, I call it a candy cane, underneath the stick. The candy cane, you could literally take a candy, oh, I should have a candy cane around here. If I had a candy cane and I put the stick in it, you know, they have those really big candy canes you hang from your mantle. You had a big candy cane like that. I could literally take the candy cane, lift one end up, and do this, and it would bounce. And the candy cane ain't riding anything. It's a hard candy. Now, we don't hold it thinking like that. We're flexible. But that's what's happening, and you got it. You just got it. I need a break for a second. I'm going to go out and dance a jig.
Yeah.
I'm doing out here. So, I'll be right back. Good job.
All right, thanks, Kevin.
No, I'm not done with this. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hang on. Okay, so now what I saw, you and you maintain it. You held on to what it is you just experienced without me monitoring you. The only thing I would caution, and I'll write this out in your lesson, is don't lose the importance of the gentleness on the way down. It could be gravity, because we're not playing on this side of a timbali. We're not Buddy Rich being turned upside down, which would change gravity altogether, right? So you have to turn your wrist. But I'll tell you, if you're upside down, you still need to turn so that the force is the same. It seems to me, it feels like there's this equilibrium that occurs based on the force being equal in both directions. So, just for fun now, let's go Jack Verger for a minute. Thank you, Jack. Okay, I have to make sure. Okay. But what we would consider would be, what does this gravity feel like? And then it just rocks over the candy cane, ride the stick in the way that you thought. Yeah. See how nice and stable you are? Lift it up. That's a little harder than just dropping it, isn't it? Almost like dropping is easier. Let it, don't jump ahead. Let it just feel this right now. Bless you. There. See, it just rocked over the fulcrum that isn't trying to ride it. Beautiful, man. Yeah. Gravity. Now, if you're going to turn, you don't give it much more than that. Barely anything more than that. Anything more than that. Now, just add a little bit of muscular force. But be so gentle. Remember everything that Murray taught was about elegance? Go ahead, lift it up. It's going to be a little, there'll be a little tension in your muscles to lift it. It's a little. And now just give it a gentle turn. Gentle. There. That's about all you give it, because you want to feel this part of it. So that when you play one note, you don't go banging. Which is what you did when you came in your other hand. You went. Whether or not you know it. See, this isn't what I want. I want, if you're going to play quieter, you can still turn up. Eventually, we can learn what it would feel like not to turn up. But here's just a little turn, you see? No, you're not lifting it up. You gotta lift it up. Faster, sooner. You're coming down too hard. It's like you're close to pianissimo. Gentle. A gentle turn, and you lift it. You're not lifting fast enough. Don't play faster. Wait up in the air. Decide how you're going to lift it. So you have to start in the same place that you're going to lift it to. A little higher. Come on, just a little higher. Right there. And you could use gravity or just a tiny little gentle turn, and then you have to lift it. Got one. See, it's about the lifting. Gravity will take it down. Okay, but lift it right back to there. Do it again. You got it again. Dude, okay. Now, without going through the entirety of the right hand, Now this is my left hand. Right? See, so I'm really very cognizant about not giving it too much juice on the way down, because I want to feel this part of it. I want to feel this. I want to feel this. I want to feel that. That. Did I do 3? 1, 2, 3. There's that friction thing I'm talking about. There's 2. I want to feel that. 1. I want to that. That gives me the feeling in the hand that we need. And then you're not much more to the technique than that, Steve. But it takes a lot of focus just to get. But it's actually, when you look back on this, you're going to go, this is like really easy. Why didn't I kind of get this, right? So it's about sorting out priorities. The grip was important. We learned that the candy cane, and you're not trying to ride the stick. Accounting for every bounce in your finger. The hand is just, the fulcrum is inert. You don't even feel it. That's the point of a fulcrum. That's the mechanical advantage you get. Okay, so now we're, beautiful, man. Now we're in the other hand, though. We're in the right hand. I know I'm in my left. You got to get up to your insignia. Okay, I want to give you an exercise, man, because you're ready for it, dude. Okay, so it's about not giving it too much juice, so that you feel the muscular energy on the way back. Right. Now with the other hand, same thing. No, you have to keep both sticks up now. A little bit of the discipline. You look great. And then the other hand, and you have to let it, not too much juice, and lift it back up. So you have to, right now you don't even need, the candy cane is there, but we're not going to take advantage. You're not letting the stick rebound. Yeah, it's even easier. Don't too much force. I don't need that. It's gentle. You're trying to get this feeling in your wrist. And it's the feeling of not feeling anything, because the wrist is a fulcrum and it's inert. Look how clean you are, man. Left hand is just like you're identical. You're a mirror image of yourself. Okay, so wait a minute. Tap.
Excuse me.
Tap. Tap. Can you play to each click? But you have to do, nope, too hard. No, you lost your height in the right. Come on, lift the right up. Don't be sorry, I don't mean, I'm lighthearted. I figure if I challenge you by calling your position up here wimpy, because you don't get it up here, then that would motivate you. Oh, I'm not a wimpy, psychology here. There. Don't play hard, lift right away. Lift right away. Don't play hard to lift. Lifting fast and quickly is not about being hard on the way down. Good. Good. Good.
Excuse me.
Okay, now we're at 48. It's the same thing. It's like nothing. It's just the same thing. Nothing's going to change except it's just a tiny bit faster in between notes. But you're just as gentle down. And this is happy. I hate to use the word snap, but this is adroit lifting it back up and feeling the energy that's required, or the muscular forces. See? And your wrist is just this cool hinge. See? They got the what is it? The lumberjack? It goes this way and goes that way. And the two are working. The muscles are doing pull, 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 pull. Barely any pulling on the way down. It could be gravity, and then
Right.
Got it. Here we wait. Hold on. Let's go. Pop it up to 60. This is nothing. Real slow. No. You have to be more disciplined. Where are you going to start? Once you get this, it'll help you a lot. You're going to go down easy and lift it right back up. Down easy. Ta-da! Listen to you, man. You sound like a drum machine. Okay, stop. Hold on. So 60. Okay, now we're at 80. Tap, tap. You have to get your position. Don't go too hard. Nice and easy. Lift. No, you're not lifting fast enough. You're not lifting. You gotta lift. Go down too hard. A little heavier on the way down and lift faster. No, you don't wait there. Stop. Just re-establish your setup. Right there. The grip is, there's no tension. And you're just gonna keep the wrist turn. There you go. Stop. Keep it light on the way down. You got it.